up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Yes. Yes, you're going to be dancing on the cloud. What's up, y'all? We listening to Tina Marie this morning. Yes, come on. I can't help it. Okay, so, yo, what is going on? What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, honey. You know, we had to make our Saturday run, honey. I need to go, I need to make a run. You know what it gives? You know what the diva gives on the weekends? So, what is going on, y'all? Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the diva know you stopped by. And shout out to those who take clips of the video. That's what I wanted to talk about the other day. Shout out to y'all who take clips of my videos and like post them to your social media, to your stories and stuff like that. Thank you so much. Like, seriously, if any part of any of my videos resonates with you, screen record it and share it to your social network so people can hear it, right? Other people need to hear it. So share it, because sometimes, you know, we have our attention spans. They painted that house real cute. See? Did you see that? Our attention spans are so short, honey. So those little short clips, you know, can probably get to someone, right? So thank you for all of you all who do that. I want to say, ooh, baby love, hey. I want to send a shout out to Sydney. Thank you for your Cash App this morning. Ashley Gregory, T, Jenny, Ivy, Janice, Ada, Kaylin. Shout out to y'all for sending Cash Apps. And shout out to, who was that this morning? Sydney. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Sydney sent a Cash App and said, thank you, for the emotional labor. And you know what? I was thinking about content creators who literally focus just only on this specific topic. And I imagine how, like, I think about what they do to recharge and to regroup, because I think some people think that when we get off of these, when the video goes off, we're still thinking about these things. And honestly, for me, I'm not tethered to the outcome of most of the things that we talk about, but some things require us to talk about them over and over again, so that people who didn't hear it the first time, because sometimes it takes you a couple of times to hear something for it to be like, oh, because baby, names can't cramp my style. Yes, come on, baby. I love you too, Cat Daddy, but don't you let that go to your head. Yes, square biz. Come on, Tina Marie. Y'all would not have let Tina Marie live in this day and age, honey. Maybe so, maybe so, because y'all let Ariana Grande live, even though she ain't no damn Tina Marie. Shake Maya Angelou and Nikki Giovanni, just to name a few. Yes, come on, Lady T. Yes. Yes. Say what? Rick James really produced the shit out of her. He did. He really did. He really did. What are they building over here? I see an American flag up, honey. Oh, it's a food something. It says food something. They're building a lot of factories and warehouses over here. So, what was I saying? Yeah, some things require a conversation to continue, right? And I guess I do give the impression, because a lot of people are saying these things. But this morning someone sent me this acronym called DARVO, and I was like, oh my God. And then they said, sound familiar? And I was like, yes, it does sound familiar, because I always say we live in a society where we just automatically blame the victim. And I think we automatically blame the victim because a lot of the times the other person on the other end, more times than not, is what what the system is powered by. So it is like, it's almost like a natural course of action to like victimize and then turn around and blame the victim. You know what I'm saying? So it's this concept or this acronym called DARVO, and I'm going to read it to you. Of course, I'm not going to read it while driving. I know I probably, freaked y'all out while I was reading those cash apps and looking down and stuff. I apologize for that. I know I make y'all nervous when I do that. But yeah, it's called DARVO. So I'm at my destination. I had to come here early, honey. Oh. I had to come here early because I didn't want to be here later. I had to come here. I got up early this morning. I get up early. This is the thing. I get up early. I do all my morning routine. I get up, light candles, light incense, take my vitamins, make some tea or coffee. Usually it's tea. That's like usually the first thing, tea. Take my vitamins. Do yoga. Whatever time I have, if I'm 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever, I do a flow, try to do a flow. Saturdays, I take more time and I'll do a longer flow. And typically on Saturdays, I share what flow I do. If I don't forget to share, I do it online. I go to Yoga with Bird or Yoga with Cassandra. Also, Sisters of Yoga, I go to their channel too. They don't have too many. They mostly have like instructional videos, so not really too many flow classes. So, but yeah. So then I hop online, right? I get everything. I take care of me first, okay? I take care of me first. Moi first, okay? Yeah. Yes, you gotta say you love me too, honey. I ain't gonna let you go that easy. Okay, so let's go to the dispensary. They're supposed to be open. Oh yeah, okay. He's standing out. Security's standing out there. Yeah, they open at 7 o'clock. So I'll be right back, and then we could continue our talk. Okay. I might go to Starbucks, but we'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, y'all. So let me tell you what I got. I'll show you what I got. I got some. Let me turn the gap band down, honey. This is called Cannabis Infused Dark Chocolate Bar, raw cacao with salted almond. And then I got some flour, GMO and purple punch. And then I got these belts. Ooh, I like the casing. These are Space Jam. This is not sponsored. Sour apple gummy belts. So it's just rolled up and they're like 10 milligrams per belt. 100 milligrams in total. So now let's see. I think I'm going to go to Starbucks now. So, yeah, I wanted to talk about this thing. This just happened this morning as I was posting stuff, right? Because I was reading some comments, and shout out to all of y'all with the positive comments, with the positive supportive comments. Shout out to y'all for sharing your experiences because, I don't know why people don't read the comments and just sit on their computer and type to me like it's all me. Like, and I'm like, are you reading the comments? Like that really fucking freaks me out. I don't understand how you don't read the comments. So I was like, taking screenshots, people leaving me comments saying things, I'm bitter or, what is it? I'm bitter, which is a tactic that is actually used by men. So it's really disheartening when women do it, but that's the society that we live in. But you're bitter, right? You're always talking about the negative things when it comes to black men. Because didn't I tell y'all yesterday it wasn't my ministry to repair the image. If they do something good, you make a channel and call it the good things that black men do. Okay? Because what's the real story is these girls are being killed. I have been able to make, a decision to say, okay, I know what proximity this person needs to be from me in order for me to be able to live, like, Young Thug's kid's mom over a bowling ball, the other guy, because the girl laughed at his feelings. Like, it's like, and there's no way that you can say women are more emotional when you clearly have a group of people who are unable to manage their emotions. They mismanage their emotions. Hold on, let me get on the highway, honey. The dude has to merge. So I was compiling, the comments, and I do want to shout out everybody leaving positive comments, supportive comments, all the people, like I said, who are actually sharing their experiences with, one girl told me left a comment, said her best friend was just at the beginning of 2020 found in a trunk. Like, come on, y'all. This is crazy. And then when I'm looking at these that Audi is sickening, girl. When I'm looking at the black femicide numbers, these girls are under 30. These under 20, so many 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds, 25-year-olds. And then I was on Themis's panel when this guy was talking about, look up, he was saying that women that the men are not the women's most threat. What did he say? What was he trying to say, Dean? Dean was trying to say that men are not the woman's highest threat. There are other things that are killing black women, right? Themis goes to the CDC. I think that's where he sent him, to the CDC. The cause of death from 0 to 19 is unintentional injury. Unintentional injury. And then the other one was homicide. Because I was like, well, is he trying to say it's heart disease? I'm like, is that what he's trying to say? Because, okay. But my thing is like, what is it's almost like, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Please don't. No, it's like I have to stop you from saying anything negative. Come on, let's see. This line is not too long. I gotta stop you because it's too negative. And my brother and my daddy and my granddaddy and my uncles, they don't kill black women. So obviously you're bitter because my uncle and my daddy doesn't kill people. My brother doesn't kill people. My father ain't killed nobody neither. Neither has my brother. Neither has my uncle. Shit that I know of. Listen. Okay? So while you telling me my daddy, my mama, my brother, my uncle, my sons, they didn't do nothing, that doesn't negate the fact that every 5.5 hours a black man is on the other side of a dead body, of a black woman's dead body, or a black little girl. I'm like, what are the little kids? I'm like, y'all, and what do y'all, I'm trying to figure out, what do y'all want me to do? Let's talk, you want to talk about King Richard and what he did so great for his children, for Venus and Serena. It's so wonderful. But then when you dig down deep into King Richard, that motherfucker ain't shit. Like, shout out to Venus and Serena's daddy. Y'all got your male worshiping movie for the year, so be quiet. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that used to be my cousin Larry's favorite song, and he used to drive tow trucks. He was an independent contractor. He used to drive tow trucks, and he had a dance called the tow truck, and he would be dancing and like moving the gear shifts to the, hey, you were the girl for me. Yes. And he used to be dancing, rest his soul. He used to be dancing. My cousin Larry, I'm saying this something nice. Here's my cousin Larry. My cousin Larry, he was such a nice person. He was illiterate. He was not able to read. I think he was barely able to write, but that motherfucker spoke Spanish like he was from Mexico, okay? And can count money, right? Could count money like this, boom, 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 but couldn't read and couldn't write. And just was a good-hearted person and meant well, but just our society couldn't read or write. Rest his soul. That's my cousin Larry. So there you go. A positive story about a black man. Anything else? Okay, now back. Now that's the fuck we was talking about. Like I was saying about Venus and Serena's daddy. No, I'm just playing. But no, really. Y'all be in the comments really trying to tell your girl that I am bitter. That one lady said to me, honey, I blocked that bitch so fast. That one lady said to me that, what'd she say? No one told you to get knocked up by a no good black man, and now all black men are toxic and violent, etc. Get your life. Therapy works. I'm in therapy, y'all. I'm in therapy. And you know what my therapist encourages me to do? Speak. Speak about it. Because I'd be a fool not to. Speak out against it. Exactly. And it's not like I'm on here on some like, this is what happened to me. I'm not even talking about my experiences. I have grown out of that. I'm talking about the experiences of other women. And it's so sad that not even like, you don't even want me. It's like, where is your empathy? Where is your empathy? These women are being killed. Somebody needs to speak up for them. Somebody does. Somebody does. Somebody needs to warn these other girls who are thinking that, you know, how they're operating in relationships isn't the right way because they got these dudes in their ear telling them something else. If what I'm saying can help one girl stay alive and reach to 45 years old, then I've done my job. Good morning, welcome to Starbucks. How are you doing today? I'm good. How are you? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Good. For you. May I have a venti dirty chai latte double with oat milk? Okay. 3 pumps of brown sugar syrup. 3 pumps brown sugar. At 180 degrees, please. 180. Okay, anything else I can get for you? No, that's going to be all. I have you done for the venti dirty chai double shot, 3 pumps brown sugar, oat milk, 180 degrees. Your total will be 845 at the window. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a good one. You do the same. So no, I'm not bitter, but it does leave a bitter taste in my mouth. Like I hate when I see these stories, and I hate it. I hate to see these stories. It makes me sad. And I'm very sensitive, highly sensitive. So maybe the way I emote, it makes it seem like it's me, but it's no, I'm emoting the feelings of others. It's not me. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you understand, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. You know? Wait, I think I have. How much you say? Money's falling from the sky, girl. Sometimes I want to use cash, but hold on. Yeah, so what the lady told me, what she said. And then she ended it with, I still love you in your channel, though. Girl, shut the fuck up. Suck my dick. That's what I want to say, but YouTube won't even let me post that. Honey, you've been blocked. You can see, I wish I could delete you from seeing my videos. I wish because she said, of course I hate men that are killing women every 5 hours, but not all black men kill women. My husband, my father, nor does my brother kill women. Girl, do you realize how stupid you sound? That's what I'm talking about when Amanda Seals posted that the other day. Y'all be sounding hella dumb. Like, just dumb. And then it's like, you really sent that. You really typed it and sent it. You edited it too. So you thought about it a little bit. Girl. Hello. Okay, let me get my scan. There you go. And then here's this. Yeah. Thank you so much. You do the same. gotta watch where I'm going. It's a lot of traffic. It's a lot of traffic coming out. So yeah, she said, but not all men are killing black women. Well, God, I mean, clearly they not. There's one right there. He not killing nobody.
Man, you haven't got $1 to spare?
Nope, I don't have anything to spare. Maybe you can Cash App him. And what's crazy is he could have took a gun out and shot me. Not all black men, right? You got to be careful. They killing women because they having bad days. That's the crazy part. And you're like, not all black men. Not all black men. Not all the black men in the world are killing the black women. But if the leading cause of death, if the leading cause of death for black women ages 0 to 19 are homicide and unintentional what? What was it? I'm about to look it up. Okay, let me see what's going on because y'all tripping. Unintentional homicide or unintentional injury and homicide. But not all. What do I tell y'all? I got a shirt. Go look. I got merch that says it's never all, but it's always some. Go get it. There's a sticker, right? Well, one thing I bet your father taught you, and I bet your uncles taught you, is about how to navigate around men because they know how dangerous men can be. Go show this part of this video to your saint father and your saint uncle and your saint husband and your saint son and your saint brother and your saint nephew. Go show them this. Go show them this and ask them, is she right to have a rational fear and to be letting these women know what their threat is? Not only safety, but their health. You're not going to tell me that women, a group of women who mostly date their own, are the highest number of new HIV cases. How is that possible? So they not only killing y'all, they giving y'all shit that will kill you at a slower rate if you don't take care of yourself. So how do you explain that? How do you explain that? Is that because I'm bitter and I had bad experiences with men that these other men are around here giving women STIs and STDs? Women in partnership. Now, these are not promiscuous women because I know that's where you're going to go. These are women in partnerships and relationships. Having viruses transferred to them. So what does that have to do with me? So because, and then that's another thing. So just because I'm speaking out, that means that I'm personally, that means that I have been personally affected by these things. As if I can't speak out against things that don't personally affect me. That's what's wrong now. Is that you won't understand it. You won't understand it until it directly affects you. And that's sad. And that's why you need people like me. Because I can speak out again on things that I don't have any direct connection to. I can speak out against it. I don't have to personally go through someone ending my life in order to speak out against other men who are disproportionately, and they're not killing women that they're in conflict with to the point where they felt their life was in danger. This is because you laughed at me when I was expressing my feelings, because you because you're having a bad day, right? Because of over a bowling ball. This is an extreme mismanagement of emotions to the point where you would rather end someone's life. You have no regard for their life. And then you ask yourself, what is the biggest threat to black men? What's the biggest threat to... Go ask your uncle and your daddy that. Because it's not the police. They make you think it's the police. So that you can fight against one threat, one perceived threat. One perceived threat. Focus on police brutality as the biggest threat. It's not the biggest threat in the black community. Focus on police brutality, because then they won't actually focus on the real threat. What is the biggest threat to black men? Not black women. Take us out of it. What is the biggest threat to black men in America? Other black men. Oh, you're not going to talk about interracial violence. What are you talking? Why? Why not? Why not? Because it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. And we seem to only be focusing on one threat, and then also being trained to not call the perceived threat that is law enforcement on the actual threat. But I'm bitter. And because your uncle and daddy ain't killed nobody, ain't slapped nobody, and gave nobody an STI, then that means not all. Duh. It's never all, but it's always some. And unfortunately, what I'm growing to learn is that for black men, it's most. And I'm not the one that has to fix that image. If you don't like people speaking negatively about a group of men that your identity is clearly tethered to the point where you want to silence people by calling them names in an effort to make, because when people call me bitter, I used to feel a way about that. But I was like, no. They tell you how you're feeling about something in a way to discourage you from having that feeling. I think a person responding to the mistreatment of other people should be bitter. They should be angry. They have every right to be angry. That is a rational feeling. When you see people being mistreated, to be upset about that, for it to leave a bitter taste in your mouth. I find it very odd, and it's not surprising. And then you want to tell me you don't worship men. You do worship men when you're trying to silence a woman about talking about men who are violent against other people who look like you. And that's why I say, just because we share identity does not mean we are in community. Just because we share identity does not mean we are in community. And it becomes clearer and clearer every day. That's why it's hard for me to get in community with groups, different groups, because there's so much worship. There's so much programming. And when I speak, it's static in your programming. You don't like the way it hears. Silence her. Call her names so she can be quiet. But guess what? Ask anybody. You can ask anybody from the beginning of my life. If you tried to silence me, I got louder. If you tried to silence me, I got louder. That don't work for me. It used to, because I didn't want to be like, oh my God, I'm bitter. I'm bitter. And, internalizing that. And then one day somebody said, I think it was Solange, I have every goddamn right to be mad. They try to tell you an angry black woman. Well, I think I have a right to be angry. And why aren't you angry? Why aren't you mad that these women aren't able to see the age of 25? Y'all so worried about men making it to 25, but the men are killing the women and they not making it to 25. And then when you realize how these men prey on younger women, and why are their death rates so high? Why are black women under 25, their death rates so high? And then you hear men on the manosphere talking about how a woman hits the wall at 25. So they're going out seeking younger women in hopes that they haven't heard me. And do with her and misuse her, and then change her perception of men. There's a lot of women around here who just one person changed their entire perception of how to look at the collective of men. And it wasn't just getting knocked up by an ain't shit nigga. It was her getting sexually assaulted by her uncle. It was her getting sexually assaulted by her college co-ed friend that she thought she was cool with. One man did something to a girl and changed her perception of men. And so she should have a rational apprehension to being in proximity to them. Because now I don't know if I could trust you, because you have done something to me, and you've taken something from me. Whether it was he gave her an STD, whether it was he hit her, whether it was he psychologically abused her, whether it was she married him and thought that she was going to have a man take care of her, and now he's financially abusing her. It's all of these things. Y'all act like because of something that I went through. How old is my son? 15, about to be 15 years old. 15 years old. I was with his father for less than 3 years. Less than 3 years with both of my son's father. Less than 3 years. 15 years ago. My youngest son is 13. So we'll say give him 13 years. 2009 was it. It was over with. And you're telling me today that my views is because of something that happened to me that long ago? How often do I mention that story? And if you've been on this channel for any length of time, you would have seen the process of me going through the healing process, and how much the way that I talk about things that have happened to me, how the frequency has changed in the way that I speak about it. You can hear it. I know you can hear it. So if you new to this channel and you're like, oh my God, it's so much negativity about men. No. I need to make sure that someone walking on her journey hears me. And if I can save one black woman, one black young woman, if she could make it to 25 because she took my advice, took Cynthia G's advice, took Tanya TKO's advice, took whoever is telling you and warning you, and they took that advice and it saved her life, my mission is accomplished. So you cannot silence me. And shout out to your daddy and your uncle and your nephew and your brother and your cousin and them. Shout out to them. Go give them some flowers. Wash their feet today. Because there's a lot of girls who have ain't shit fathers and brothers and uncles who are misusing them. So shout out to you. Shout out to your husband. Right? Because a lot of women, they ain't in good relationships with their husbands. And it's not their fault. And it's not because she chose him. Because nobody goes into a relationship choosing a motherfucker who ain't going to treat them right. You'll be a goddamn fool to do so. So this idea that people are choosing bad men, you got to ask yourself, what is the lot that she has to choose from? Because what lot is Khloe Kardashian picking from? Because everything she picked is fucked up. And they all black. And with all different issues. So what lot is she picking from? Did her and I pick from the same lot? How did I end up with an ain't shit nigga? She ended up with 5 ain't shit niggas. What lot is she picking from? Or she's a bad picker. That's the way that you blame people. Let's talk about that. Speaking of blaming people, you absolve them by saying, well, the majority of men out here ain't shit. So if you pick one, you're a bad picker. How is it that when I'm looking at the black femicide, how did the little girl whose father killed them, did she need to choose better too? Like, what the fuck? I'm asking you, does the little girl whose father killed her, should she have chosen better too? Should she have picked another daddy? Girl, y'all be saying the craziest shit and you don't even realize what you're saying. This theory or this idea is called DARVO, DARVO. In a purely hypothetical context, it says deny the abuse or any accountability of outcomes, usually with a good dose of blame, minimalization, and justification. The A is attack attack the victim, their credibility, their sanity, as well as their allies and the support systems which validate their experiences by dismantling the family court, for example. Reverse victim and offender, that's RVO. Center yourself as the real victim of the abuse and unimaginable pain. Incorporate buzzwords like trial by media, conspiracy theories, and create an image which lends others to the shattered man conclusion, because the abuse was really unfair on you. The woman says, this is a psychologist says, DARVO is an acronym: deny, attack, reverse, victim, and offender. This attack is intended to chill and terrify the victim and their supporters, and typically includes legal threats and attacks on the victim's credibility. A psychologist says the offender rapidly creates the impression that the abuser is the wronged one, while the victim or the concerned one is the offender. The offender is on the offense, and the person attempting to hold them accountable is put on defense. I'm put on defense because I'm speaking against people who are harming people. You're defending them by saying, my daddy ain't, my husband is not. And then you turn around and say, but it's you. You're bitter. You're bitter. Never mind all of the women that I just showed you who were killed in the last hour. But it's you. You're the bitter one. Come on. Y'all got to do better. Tighten the fuck up. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Protect your person too. Ladies, whatever state you in, go find out how the gun laws are. Go get your firearm. Go to a weapon safety class and practice your aim. Take care of yourself. Peace.